Happy day to you and welcome to another vlog. I have some garden things that I need to do over the next couple of days. Today is Saturday, April 21st, and I need to do some things today and I need to do some things tomorrow. We're gonna get to the sweet potatoes here in a minute. But I wanna take you upstairs and show you how my indoor greenhouse is going. All of my peppers and tomatoes are doing fantastic, but my melons and my cabbage family did not survive. The majority of them anyway. I do have some cabbage family that made it, but all of my melons died. Alrighty, here are all of my peppers and tomatoes. They're looking so good. This trough here is the broccoli family, and as you can see, the majority of them have died. And same with here, I had 2 rows of broccoli and then the rest was asparagus, and my asparagus is doing pretty good. My broccoli family didn't do too well. My eggplants did pretty well. Peppers are doing great. These were melons, they didn't survive. And then the rest are tomatoes and peppers. We need to do some sweet potato care today. As you can see, I am growing so many shoots and I need to transplant some of these shoots now into other jars so that the shoots can start growing roots so that they can be planted at the beginning of June. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick tutorial of that, but in the description box below and in the little corner thing, I'm not sure which corner, there will be a full in-depth video linked on how to do that. And then also the other day, I did not show you this. I prepared my regular potatoes. Essentially you just buy organic potatoes and let them sprout and then you cut them off. And I always let mine crust over for 3 or 4 days. And then when you plant them sprout side up and then they start to grow. Pretty incredible. It's an extremely easy crop. And we love to put them in lick tubs for cattle because then at the end of the season, at the end of the growing season, we can just tip the tubs over and then all the potatoes just kind of fall out. Instead of having to dig them out with your garden tool or your garden shovel, because then oftentimes you could kind of pierce the skin and you don't want that. So I did some yellow potatoes and some russet potatoes. We also went to a local Amish greenhouse the other day just to get a couple things to get a headway on my garden. I don't like to buy much from them because they don't use organic practices like we do on our farm. But I did just kind of want a few things to kind of get a head start on because my tomatoes aren't quite as far along as some of theirs. So I bought some early girls and some beefsteak tomatoes just to kind of get a couple plants going quicker. I got some lettuce, I can't remember what kind. And then I got a few herbs. And then we got flowers for our front porch. So I'll show you everything when I get to that point. But for right now, we're going to do just a mini tutorial on these sweet potatoes. Okay, as you can see, my white sweet potatoes aren't quite producing yet. This is the only one that's producing so far, but my shoots are not near long enough or abundant enough to start taking those off. We're just gonna go ahead and do the ones that are ready. I have little glasses of water and masking tape and a Sharpie so that I can document which type of potato this is. This is my one and only Japanese sweet potato. It's purple or red on the outside and white on the inside. The biggest issue that I see people doing is they want to take a singular leaf and put that in water. And that's not what you want to do. They will not grow roots like that. Rather, what you want to do is you want to take the node right at the base of the potato and you want to twist it off. Just gently twist it. And then this is what you place in the water. These only need to be about 4 or 5 inches in length. This one's obviously a lot longer, but that's it. That's all you have to do. A lot of these will already kind of have roots intact. It's kind of funny because sometimes they grow from the bottom up and sometimes they grow from the top up. This one chose to grow from the bottom up and the roots are really, really entangled. So you just want to be really careful and get to the base. Okay, so this is kind of a less than ideal scenario, but essentially this potato is growing multiple shoots off the bottom of one shoot. So as you can see, this guy already has an extremely intense root system, you could go and plant this right now. I'm too afraid to separate him anymore because like I said, you want to get it at the very base. And like there's a base, but then there's multiple growing off of that base. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put him back in the water because I'm not ready to plant these yet. And this guy is kind of one of his own. He also has a pretty good root system already. And then this guy is a big guy again, and he's growing 2 shoots, like one here and one here off of him. So I'm gonna just put him in the water as well. Might as well just put them all in the same. I am going to put this back into a ball jar so it can continue to grow shoots for me. And that's it. I'm going to repeat that with all of these. All right, the sweet potato station is taken care of. Like I said, we're still working on our white sweet potatoes. This is my one and only purple sweet potato. I did go ahead and keep it in water just in case it wants to grow more shoots, but I should have plenty to plant. My garnet sweet potatoes are starting to kind of rot a little bit, so I'm hoping that I get at least a couple shoots off of it before that happens. These are my purple sweet potatoes that I pulled off. I had 3 sweet potatoes. I ended up keeping one, the cleanest one, in case it wanted to produce more shoots for me. But again, I should have plenty. That is what the sweet potato station is looking like.
What's going on over here, boys? You getting Mom's garden ready? Thanks, Mr. Tan. Thanks, Dad.
This is what I picked up from the Amish greenhouse the other day. I got some broccoli and cauliflower. I got some basil. I got some tomatoes that are looking pretty sad. I got some melons. I got some chives, and I got a little thing of lettuce.
And I got a cute little boy. Where you going? Hi. You handsome stud, you. Mr. Tan. Come here. Yes. Come here. Come get a pet. Hey, handsome. Hey, buddy. Camera turned sideways. In the last gardening video, we showed you us making these, and then Keith filled them up to the top with soil, which was pretty much like compost, poop, stuff like that. And we let it settle for about a month, and then he just topped it off. What day did you top it off? Like 3 or 4 days ago? Yeah. He topped it off like 3 or 4 days ago and let that settle for a little bit, and now we just topped it off with 2 bags of topsoil and then this organic planting mix that we get from Walmart. I buy it every year just to kind of top off my beds, give them some fresh nutrients and stuff. So that's what we're doing. I've got some serious garden business to do. Hi. Hi.
all of my cabbage family planted. This row, and this row are all broccoli. This is cabbage, and this is cauliflower. And the cauliflower is looking quite wilty, but we're gonna remedy that with a little water and some sunshine over the next couple days. And then over in this bed, I did 4 heads of lettuce and my garlic chives and my basil. And the reason I put these around is because the cats will come up and they will like lay against the plant and like roll over the plant. So this helps as they're like just growing or just starting. I don't keep them on the whole time, but it allows the plant a chance. The cats never like eat my plants or like play with them or anything like that, but they'll like come and lay in the garden bed and like lean up against them. Got the tomatoes planted, got some cages around them. Looking good. I was also able to find enough of these cages. And that is a wrap on today's gardening. Keith cleaned off the porch for me today with the pressure washer. He cleaned off the porch and my chairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some window cleaner and then kind of get this spruced up for spring and summer. We do have some hanging plants. Definitely not enough decor yet, but we will get it started. Alrighty, this is all we've got for now, just simply because I need more plants. We got that in front of the garage. And then over here, I've only got 1 in this pot, and I'm like really wondering if I'm even gonna put anything in here because Miss Oriole likes to lay in there every night, and I hate to take her pot from her. My wreath is on the way. I need a rug for underneath there. I need something for there, and then something for this pot. That is a wrap on the day. It is 4:30, and all we're gonna do the rest of the day is chores and have some tacos. I put a pork roast in the oven at 3 o'clock today, and every time I go in, it smells so good. I'll see you tomorrow. Good afternoon, everybody. It's about 2 o'clock on Sunday, and I've got to get outside and continue planting. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to. I'm so tired. I would rather crawl up on the couch upstairs with a book and Rosie on my chest and accidentally fall asleep. But that's not in the cards today. I gotta get this done. Also, I am wearing the same thing as yesterday. That's what happens on the farm. I did, however, change my underwear, my bra, and my t-shirt underneath my sweatshirt, so yay me. Progress, right? Progress. All right, I've got this bed kind of mapped out. This whole bed is like my cabbage family, broccolis, cauliflowers, and cabbages, but I am planting 4 cauliflowers here as well because I got some fun ones. I got some Romanesco and some purple cauliflower. So I'm gonna plant 2 purples and 2 Romanescos. I've only dredged up dirt on half of the side of this bed because I will plant again in like a month. That way they're just like not all ready at the same time. I've got my turnips, I've got golden beets, I've got regular beets, I've got these dragon carrots, I've got like these purple carrots, regular carrots, and then little finger carrots. I've got a little bit of a mess going on with these 2 planters here because I'm planting a little bit of everything for like easy access because my back door is right there and my kitchen is right there. I want to be able to come out here and like, if I need some spinach for a smoothie, like grab some spinach or some kale or something like that. So I've kind of got a hodgepodge of things going on. I'm gonna do some radishes, just a few. We don't eat a ton of radishes, but sometimes they're just nice on salads. So I've got 4 different kinds, and I'm gonna plant just 4 little rows of those. And then over here in the front section, I'm going to plant half Gold Rush lettuce and then half spinach. And then in the back, I'm gonna start like my Bibb lettuces. And then these guys right here, the spicy greens mix and the arugula, I'm actually gonna grab a couple planters and plant those in there. And then I'll put them on my coffee table, my outdoor furniture when I get those ready, because they kind of like shade. It's been quite windy out, so I didn't get any video of me doing the beds behind the house because the way the wind was coming around the house, it was so loud. But those are done. I'll show you those in a minute. This is the bed I showed you earlier with the carrots and stuff. We went ahead and put cattle panels over it. This just like keeps the cats out of it so that they don't dig up the seeds. Now I'm going to plant some Yukon gold potatoes and some russet potatoes. As far as planting potatoes go, we just do them in these tubs. That way they're easy to like dump out when we're ready to harvest. We fill them about 3/4 of the way up. And then when I plant the potato, I plant it more than halfway down. That way the layers of potatoes just keep growing and growing and growing. So once we start sprouting up the top, then I'll add more soil to it and more soil to it and more soil to it. And eventually it'll kind of be just slightly mounded. And then that way the potatoes can just keep growing. Right now I'm just taking this and digging this in, and I'll plant 4 potatoes in here. Again, this is what they look like, and I just put it down in there with the sprouts up, and then you cover it. And I'm gonna do that 3 more times. I label everything with popsicle sticks so that I know what's going in, and I also label everything on a garden layout on paper and the dates that I've planted them, so that way I kind of know around harvest time. But in my potatoes, since sometimes these tubs do move around, like we move them, I always make sure to put the date that I planted them on the back too. So this is April 22nd, and I'm gonna stick this in here and we're good to go. I did 1 tub of russets, and I'm gonna do these 2 tubs in Yukon Golds, and then I'm done planting for today. I normally don't water my garden in the middle of the day, but this morning it was too cool, and now that I've planted some things, I'm just gonna go ahead and water it right now. Cat Dad is moving my potatoes into place. Planted and watered. We're just gonna go through things really quick. I've got some herbs there. I'm waiting to plant the rest of the herbs like from seed. I'm gonna do that in a couple weeks. We've got all 4 of our types of radishes. We love putting these cattle panels over just until things kind of start sprouting up. That way nothing gets in there and like rustles the seeds around. We have a lot of trouble with raccoons on our front porch. I'm imagining we'll have trouble on our back porch now that these are an addition here. Cross your fingers that we don't. Got the lettuces. And then over here, we've got all of the lettuces as well. We've got like butter lettuces there. And then from here to here is empty because I'm gonna plant those in probably like 3 to 4 weeks. And then we've got a different type of butter lettuce here and kale. And then here I've got spinach. And then from here to here, I've got Gold Rush lettuce. As you've already seen, this is my cabbage family bed. And then we do have some more cabbage family here. And then this is all beets and carrots. Here we've got my potatoes that I just planted. We put these extra things in there so that the cats, again, can't jump into them. And then we've got the tomato crop so far, but we will have probably 3 times as many eventually. That is a wrap on, let's see, this would be garden video number 3. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting this channel. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I can't wait to show you my growing gardens. Bye.